Go Mario.
Huh?
What?
Sound effects and everything.
So y'all, how we did it back in the day. So I'm talking about, boy, y'all don't know nothing about that. Boy, I'm an 80s kid up in here.
Yeah, right.
You don't know me.
You better
Let me
pop
know
lock
when
on
you
the.
know me.
You better open the show with a pop lock, bro. That's what
That's
I'm
what I'm
talking
talking
about.
about.
That's what I'm talking about.
I done told you when I told you what I told you, boy. What?
Carlton Mack.
What's up, Carlton Mack?
Already in here. C Mackey in the house, baby.
C Mackey. Oh, I like that one. C Mackey.
You like that? C Mackey.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Four Black Guys show. We are on. This is the after Thanksgiving show where everybody has given thanks and ate a turkey and cranberry sauce and giblet gravy and chitlins and collard greens and turnip greens and ham and fried chicken and the most important part, the sweet potato pie and the German chocolate cakes and what else?
Red, as my father-in-law say, red Velma.
Red what?
Red Velma.
Red Velma, huh?
Yeah, red Velma.
Okay, with the red velvet. Man,
All
I'm
right,
so glad
dear.
I'm so glad you guys came to see us tonight. Four Black Guys show. Everybody put your fours up, please. If you're watching, you got to put your fours up. Tony with a new one. You want to do that again for us?
Nah.
With the effects.
Ooh, no, he did. He zoomed out on y'all boys. He came in and then zoomed out on y'all boys.
Right. Well, I tell you, had to unpack them things first, and bam.
That's right, man. That's right. You know when they had a pack of Newports, you about to light one up.
No, I don't know.
Hey, man, let me tell y'all something.
Okay.
You know how you know when you getting old?
Yeah. When you watch the BET Awards, you don't know what's going on.
I don't know what the hell going on. Like what?
Don't know nobody on there.
Like, who the hell is these little children, man?
And why it ain't wearing no clothes?
Why they wearing these clothes? I mean,
I didn't even know it was on.
But just think, that was us back in the day, where our parents, like, man, who the hell this is on this TV?
Man, yeah, you got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me finish the intro.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Thank y'all for coming back to the Four Black Guys show. We are on every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m.
Y'all should know that by now.
These are for the new people, man. We always got new people.
You know, we have people stream from YouTube, right, sir. So not everybody sees us, sir.
God, can I finish the intro?
They should know. But go ahead.
Can I finish the intro? What's up, Mike? How's it going, bro? God.
Finish your thing.
Thank you. We are on every Sunday night between at 7:30. We come on. We don't even know when we go off. We just stop. You know what I'm saying? But if you're on Facebook, hit like, hit share. If you're on the Facebook page, if you're on a YouTube page, please hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. Give it a ding ding on the right, left. You know what I'm saying? On the 1 and 2, and make sure that you're subscribed to it so you can find out, or notified rather, when we're on live and popping. Now, for you guys that are on Facebook, we do want you to go over to the YouTube page. It's called the Four Black Guys Show, and subscribe over there because we're trying to get the numbers up over there.
Yes,
we're trying to work on some things for next year. Trying to get some what do we call it? We're trying to get some people to what's the word I'm looking for? Be a part of the page. Patreon and sponsors. We're trying to get more and more sponsors for next year, so we can have us a nice little studio at times. We can all come together because we're all in different parts of Alabama right now. But it'd be nice for us to come together, nice little studio. All of us get some nice microphones. Everybody have the same quality of microphone. All that. We're trying to get that done for next year, guys. We're trying to have some great guests to come on, and we
Fred
want
Hammond is coming up on the BET Awards.
Well, Fred Hammond is the man. Fred Hammond is the man.
Okay.
So
Yes, make
please,
sure you
guys-
subscription, not subscribe. Subscription. Make sure you subscription, and because we need stuff.
Right.
We
We're
need
trying
stuff.
We're trying to reach more people, man. We believe we did. We're gonna talk about how we ate Mike, but yeah, we did eat good. But we're gonna do some great things on next year, guys. We're really trying to get some planning going together so that we can have a more excellent show. I believe we already have a great show. We get more and more people that are watching us every week. And so now we're just trying to move into that next to be like a churchy. We're trying to go to the next dimension.
To the next dimension. You're trying
Did I do it right, Lovejoy?
Every round goes
you
high.
saw me
Every
first,
round.
you know, I get into it. I was like, where you going? Where you going with?
We're going
Too
to
much,
realms
Mario, too
higher
much.
and higher in the higher.
Higher. Every round goes higher.
Too much.
No, it ain't, man. I'm a former praise and worship leader. I know how to. Boy, hey.
All
boy.
right, okay, I'm finished. What we talking about? What y'all talking about? 4 black guys. What's going on, y'all?
Damn, that's what you call a delay. That's not a internet.
Hey man, that's Detroit. So that's straight.
What we say? What we happen? Whatever.
All
Hey,
right,
man,
so
just,
guys,
just go back to sleep. We'll wake you up when it's time.
I'm telling you, just go back to sleep.
Just go back to sleep, man.
so after I've done the intro, now let's go through how everybody's Thanksgiving was right quick. Since you're alive now, James Fred, won't you go first?
Why don't you go
Yeah,
first,
let me
man?
tell you something. I had the stupidest Thanksgiving ever. I ended up in 2 emergency rooms on Thanksgiving Day.
Huh?
I have y'all gonna crack up at this because I did. I have an infected hair follicle in the back of my head.
Okay.
Bro, let me tell you something. It sounds ridiculous, but it is the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Real sensitive back there.
Bro, I mean, I've only been able to sleep about 3 hours since Thursday.
Wow.
So
Dude, I'm
so is it-
hopped up on drugs right now just to do this.
So is this
Okay,
how
that's
you
why
got
the delay.
This is why you went to the emergency room because of the hair follicle?
Yes, I was in pain and couldn't figure out why.
Wow.
And so once they figured, once they figured it out, I went to one emergency room. They just pulled some hair out and said, "Okay, it'll get better."
That's what I.
Went, ate Thanksgiving dinner, in extreme pain. Ended up having to get back up and go to another. Erica, actually, you're right. You're right. Had to go
that's
to another
gross, bro.
emergency room so they could cut into it and drain it and give me some pain pills.
Yeah. They give you antibiotics?
Yeah, and I got some antibiotics too.
Dang,
Bruh.
it was that bad.
I shouldn't have went to him first.
No, you should have. You should have. Everything else is gonna be a cakewalk from this point forward. Yeah, I just thought a pair of tweezers and a good push to get the stuff out would have worked. You know what I'm saying?
She had to numb the area and cut into it a little bit to get some more of the stuff out. And I may have to go back and let them do it again.
Well, you just need a
that
good
was a
grandmama.
boy.
A good grandmama will lay you across her lap with a hairpin.
Light it.
Good
Light
grandmama lay you across that lap with a
Yeah.
hairpin, boy. I'm telling you, because I know what mine.
See,
my
I thought
grandmama-
that's all I thought it was for real. You know what I'm saying? But when I went back and they was like, "No, we're gonna have to open it and do all this other stuff," I'm like, "Man, wait a minute."
See, and I learned this from Dr. Pimple Pop. What they had to do, they had to remove the sac. Because if they don't remove the sac, it'll come back. Yeah.
That's true.
Hey man, I'm TikTok ready. I know.
But
Okay,
that
so
was my Thanksgiving, man.
So is
Oh.
it weird? Is it weird that I like actually watching blackhead removal videos on YouTube? I can sit back and I'll
Yes, that's
go
weird.
down the
Yes.
rabbit hole.
Absolutely, that's weird.
That's
Absolutely.
Well, I'm weird number 2 because
Okay, but then that's fine. Y'all
Yeah,
weird
both-
number 2. That is absolutely weird. Yes.
And
sir.
guess what else is
I
weird?
even like it when they go in the ear and get that back up wax. That's always
Yeah, boy, hey man, I love watching earwax removal videos.
Yeah,
I can watch
yeah.
them
So I'm
all.
weird.
That's
Yeah.
a sign of people that have way too much time on their hands. Right, right there, right there.
What's up, Bianca?
I love it.
Yeah,
My wife
yeah.
my wife watches all that stuff too, man. I walk out the room because I can't deal with it. Speaking of
Yeah.
I wonder
wives,
what that's called. What is that called? That we like stuff like that.
Weird.
we just call it.
It's some you get some type of satisfaction from it. I forget what it's called, but it's like
Weird.
a gratification of some sort. I forget the psychological term. But yes, go ahead and finish that. G.
Yeah.
We like
Carlton
to
Mack,
wish
happy birthday to Carlton Mack's wife.
What's the wife's name, Carl?
Edwina Mack.
Edwina Mack, happy birthday. You want to sing for
Yeah.
Hey, Mario, you gonna sing for happy birthday to her?
Happy birthday to you.
Harmonize, Steve.
Happy birthday. He can't to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
How you
smooth
getting,
styles of
I
Mario
don't
Leonard.
sing no more for real.
Yeah.
Mario used to be a really decent singer.
Oh wow, used to be. Thank you so much for the shade. I still got them when I need them.
What you saying here, Carlton? Carlton said if you wash your
If he washed his hands, he wouldn't get the bumps and stuff behind his back,
all right.
behind his head and stuff. That's what he's trying to say.
What's up, Miss Bianca? Good to see
Bianca,
you.
how you doing?
Tashara, I love the ear. See, Tashara, you
Tashari
weird too?
Jones, TJ in here.
Yeah, that's
See?
good stuff. And they said
You like
they said
irrigation videos. I like them to go in with the little tool and
scrape around,
and get it out, spin it out and get it out.
then
I like
grab
that.
it, pull it out.
Yeah.
I even bought the little machine.
Oh my God.
No, you did?
Yeah, man. Let me see.
Well, help me. Look,
So Bianca thinks it's a form of ASMR. It might be. It might
what
be.
is ASMR? That's the people that have to sit and listen to people talk.
No, that's the people. That's the
Huh?
Go ahead.
The people who sit and watch people, like they sit and watch people crunch ice, crunch on pickles,
Really?
rub their hands. It's a sound thing
Yeah.
that triggers people that they like.
That's what I
And
thought.
certain sounds, somebody crunching,
I don't like
or
that.
somebody scratching, or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Now
just
I
different
do
sounds.
have a condition. I've been diagnosed with this. My brain doesn't filter sound like people do. So people popping gum, chewing ice, hearing people smack on food, it irritates the shit out of me.
Yeah, it irritates me too. I don't like smacking. It was my mom who got me out of smacking like that. And I can't stand it. My kids do it. I'd be ready to strangle them.
Yeah.
Chew with your mouth closed, boy. Okay.
Right. What's up, J Mac? What's going on? We got all the folks in here tonight. What's
They
up,
up in
Mom?
here. J Mac, what's up?
We got all the
got
folks
his-
up
he-
in
he
here.
was
We
up,
talking
whatever got
about
his
smoking earwax.
Oh, my bad.
Right.
Oh, my bad.
What's up, Mom? You still eating dinner, Mom? Good Lord. What y'all have over at the house?
That's what I'm saying. What time is it where you are? Ain't it later up there?
Yeah, it's an hour ahead.
Okay.
Oh, you welcome,
It's
Miss
late. You ain't
Edwina.
eating this late, man. You
Edwina.
just go to sleep on that. That won't sit right with you.
It's called old college age. All right. So Lovejoy.
Yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving, Doc?
I was in the bed sick.
Yeah.
Well, y'all old.
In the bed. I
Why
just
was you in the bed?
today's my first day. Today's my first day out.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You sound a whole lot better, dude. He sounded like death warmed over. When
Hey,
I
man.
talked.
Hey, I was trying to get my affairs in order.
What was wrong with you?
Don't know, man. Don't know. Just had an ache in my body, and I had a slight fever and just real congested. And just what y'all laughing at?
Look at the comment.
Are the wings fine? Oh, somebody from Matt.
Yeah.
Probably so. Probably so. Probably so. And y'all know if I don't take my shot, my body does that too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So seriously, dude, I had to crawl to the bathroom.
Good Lord, dude.
Dang,
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah, man. It was
Really?
so needless to say, that's how my Thanksgiving went.
Dang, well, that's
Hey.
0 for 2 of good good things. One dude in the hospital for ingrown hair and another
Right.
crawling in the bathroom. Mario, what you got?
Hey, Doc, hey, man. Hey. My stories ain't that. Nah, I was good. We went to my brother's house and we turned up at my brother's house, man. You know, typical what do you call it? Thanksgiving, black folks Thanksgiving, you know, you mitigating attitudes and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
Y'all play spades?
Did not play spades, but we listened to the good ghetto music and drank some elixir and vinegar.
Okay, all right. So give me an example of good ghetto music and bad ghetto music.
That's a good question.
That's a pretty good question.
Well, I don't know because we don't do bad ghetto music. So all the ghetto music we do, see what I got out of that thing smooth, did it?
Yeah, you did. You was like a politician.
Right. That's it. So I wouldn't know. We did all the good ghetto music and ate and enjoyed each other and all of that other good stuff, man. So mine went relatively well. You know, I want to double back to Lovejoy. Lovejoy, ain't nothing else you want to say? Okay.
Let me out.
Oh, yeah, there was something he mentioned over the weekend that something happened.
Right.
On
I don't
Facebook.
know if you want to talk about it.
They talking about
Y'all thinking
Ben.
about to give James ammo?
Huh?
Benjamin?
Talking
Talking about Ben, man.
Oh.
That's when you know. Look, that's when you know you're a millionaire because you just get rid of stuff and you don't. You forget that you
don't
got
even
rid
think
of it.
about it.
See, but what I'm telling people is I was never attached to the car. I only had it a couple of months.
Right.
And then when I had it, I didn't enjoy it because of the dent.
Right.
And it's been to 3 states since it left me.
Since it
Nobody
left you.
can work on it. Nobody wants to work on it. And then finally, it went to Georgia, and the first estimate was like $37,000. Then they got in there and started looking around, and then they ended up to be $68,450 to repair.
So let me I don't
To
know if
get
y'all
a
know
dent, to get a dent on the rear panel.
Listen, no. Listen, the way the car is manufactured, if you look at it,
is
you
one
have to take that whole rear off. It's going to come up the side and across the roof, which means they got to go in the car and dismantle all of that up there.
Yeah.
To get to the screws to take the roof off because it's all one piece.
It's all one piece. From the trunk all the way to
the hood. It's one piece.
Wait. I got hold up, James. You gotta say it right. From the boot to the bonnet. That's what they call it.
That's what they call it.
From the boot to the
trunk
bonnet.
is the boot, and the hood is the bonnet.
You gotta say it with an English accent.
All of that.
For a
And
regular that
From the
dent was
boot to the bonnet.
that piece was like $24,000.
I looked at it. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy built.
Are
They
you
got to go
serious?
in the interior and dismantle the interior to get to the bolts to be able to take that piece off.
And it's a special tool that they have to use to dismantle. And my insurance company said, no, we're gonna cut our losses while we're here. So, and then Bentley said, we don't want you touching our cars unless you're certified. And so take it to this place. And they took it to the place that Bentley told them to take it to. And oh boy, he didn't even cough when he said $68,450. So I said,
He ain't about an eye, he ain't cough. It's just
he coughed, man. I said, okay. And my insurance company said we waiting on the final authorization to total it.
Wow. All right. So
Alrighty
Mario,
then.
that was your Thanksgiving.
Great weekend. Like I said, great weekend with my family.
Okay.
Can't really complain about nothing. Everything went well. Got a new toy. Well, it's not a new toy. It's a new tool.
Yes, sir. I like it.
It's a new tool.
What is it?
And so purchased a new, caught a great deal. When I say a great deal, I could not pass it up. So a new bass guitar for those of you.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, what is
Oh,
it?
okay. I was going to say, what is it?
Like, what
A
is
new
it?
bass guitar. It's a bass I've been wanting for a very long time, for years. And
Well, now you got to bring it on so we can see it.
Oh, you want to see it? Well, since you insist. You know what I'm saying? It's right.
Okay,
there.
while he does that, I'll talk about my Thanksgiving. So we had a chance to go to Memphis to be with some family, and let me tell you, we stayed with this family.
Go nowhere.
Oh, okay, all right.
No,
No, but go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, because we're gonna ask him to play something here in just a second.
no, we ain't.
So, go ahead, Mario. Show off the bass right quick, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
What's that?
Oh, that's
Now,
nice.
6 string.
6 string. I really only play 6 strings now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice. What is that? Velvet?
It's velvet. It's velvet. Anyway, yeah. But ran
So,
across it
Mario,
on
Are those expensive?
this one. Yeah, it would have set me over $1,000 if I had bought it. Here's the kicker: it's brand spanking new.
Wow.
The guy who had it plays 5 string primarily. He bought a 6 string, took it to church, played it a few times, and put it back in the case. He said 6 strings ain't my thing. It just happened to come across. I saw it on another website last week on like a Monday or Tuesday. Went back to get it the next day. It was gone. That's how fast they sell. It's discontinued, so it's kind of rare. And so, long story short, I got an email last Wednesday before Thanksgiving, from a website that I follow called Reverb. And I usually don't click on it. I clicked on it and started scrolling. Well, here was the bass that I was looking at on the other website. Contacted the seller, and we struck up a deal. He lives in North Alabama. And he said, well, I tell you what, we came to an agreement on the price. Much lower, like I said, much lower than what I would have bought it brand new out of the store for. He was just trying to get rid of it. And when he brought it down here and we met, I pulled it out of the case and I'm like, it ain't a scratch on it. He said, I said it was in mint condition, and literally it's in mint condition. I mean, so I got a brand new bass for the fraction of the price I would pay for it.
So, Steve, is that what y'all do? Like, if you see a keyboard like that and it's something that you want, would you do that?
Keyboards are easier to manufacture and to get. So yeah, not unless I wanted some kind of specialty Rhodes or anything. You know what I mean? Like a Rhodes or actual piano. Keyboards are fairly a cheap process to come by.
Okay.
Not unless I wanted something that's really old, like a what's that? The Yamaha DX7, which was like the leader of keyboards that started back in the day. Everything you heard back in the 80s and 90s was pretty much done on the DX7. So, but yeah, nah.
Okay. So
All right. So anyway, we are 24 minutes into this thing, guys. Had a great Thanksgiving. Family went to Memphis. We stayed with a couple. Man, they literally live in a mini mansion, 5 to 6 bedrooms with a movie theater in the house. With not a little, but they had a room upstairs, like my living room, that was off a smaller room with all the toys and foosball and stuff in it. It was a beautiful place, and we thank the couple for having us, man. We had a great time. We even played spades there. So I mean, it was a great time. Great food, great company, great. All right, so guys, we are like almost 25 minutes into the show and we not talking about one topic, which is great, and that's just fine. So, but let's talk about one thing before as we get started. Let's talk about the new variant that's come out of that has been found or I would just say found, was discovered by the South African government. They found a new variant called Omicron, and so now we don't know much about this variant, but it is got the world scared yet again of even travel during this season. Anybody y'all want to say anything about it? I'm sure James Fred might have something to say about this new variant.
Actually, I hadn't heard of it. I hadn't heard about it. So I don't know. I don't know how strong it is. I don't know what the mutation is. So,
well, they said this new variant has potential of 30 mutations.
Yeah.
So if it's mutating like that, then it's going to be a problem. Well, let me take that back. It may not be that big of a problem because you still got people getting vaccinated. And the only thing that we know the vaccinations do is stop the virus from mutating inside of you. And if there's no mutations, then there's no variants. Doesn't stop you from getting it, but it will stop it from mutating. So the more people that gets vaccinated, it's not going to mutate, and eventually it'll fall off.
But James, this one is different.
Huh?
This one is different.
A virus isn't different in that fact. It cannot mutate.
Okay, Mr. Scientist. I'm just telling you what the expert says. So
it's been my job for 23
we don't
years
know much about
to
it,
know this stuff.
James. We don't know much about it to know. Okay.
I got you.
No, okay, I got you. Finish what you was gonna say, James. Then I want to hear the rebut of that.
So what now?
Finish saying what you were saying on it, because I want to hear it.
By the way, I mean, if eventually all the variants end up plateauing at some point.
Mm-hmm.
This one will plateau too. Like I say, I don't know its strength, so I guess we'll just have to find out through the winter what happens.
Okay.
So what I've heard, just in my small research of this, is that this was found in South Africa. It's already spread into a good part of Europe, England, and Germany. Biden has put in a travel ban on most of those countries. So we're about to lock down. They said we don't know what the rate is as far as being able to catch it. Just know that, once it's in your body, it mutates about 30 times, so it can hack your cells. So that's what we do know about it. Is it going to shut the world down? What do you guys think? Are we going to have another shutdown?
No.
Because look, here's the thing. No. And maybe somebody that's been watching this can tell me. Because we're at Omicron, of course, we had Delta, which was one of the other big ones that said that was going to affect us. It was becoming a predominant variant. We're all the way down into the O's now, because I think we done went through Alpha, Beta, Sigma, all that. So now we're down in the O's as far as the variant is concerned. So is that right, James Fred? Did we go through all the Greek alphabet?
I know we had a mu variant. If the variants don't spread wildly, then they don't really tell us about it.
Yeah.
So if we're down that far, I can only assume that we went through a bunch of different variants that just never took hold. Now that's an assumption, of course. I don't know exactly how they're working this thing out, but I'm going to assume that there's been a bunch of variants and they just never took hold. Apparently, I guess they're saying this one has, at least over there. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what it does here, if you get to.
Okay. It ain't a problem. It's just, is this something that's going to, I'm approaching this from two angles, or maybe just one good one. We've gone through all of these variants. Are they going to continue to keep these variants in our face for the sake of pushing a pharmaceutical product? Let me just go ahead and cut directly to the chase.
Well, of course they are.
That's all I think this is about. Is keeping the virus in the media which keeps it on your mind, which keeps it a hot topic, which makes it easier for pharmaceutical companies to sell vaccines.
Absolutely.
That's all I think this is about. Because if we've gotten all the way from Delta to Omicron, and we've had that many mutations and nothing has happened, okay, well, that's kind of telling me, well, maybe this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. But let me cause a little let me keep a little chaos in the game, so we can keep selling these vaccines.
Pfizer BioNTech, man, they're gonna keep pushing booster shots. How much you want
Right.
to bet another 6 months they're gonna tell people you need another one?
Right. That's my point. That's all I'm getting to.
Here's why I made the statement that I did, because they were saying that this particular strand is more prevalent in Israel, the #1 vaccine country, and they were saying that it has mutated there, and everybody, well, not everybody, but the majority of the people have been vaccinated, which leads to what you're saying, Mario.
Mm-hmm.
They are setting the stage to boost something else, because they use Israel as the poster child to say these people have been vaccinated, but look, it has spread into this particular country.
Right.
And so now it just set the stage for, it's going to be here. It's going to be here probably soon. And I think, Steve, I think the president hadn't shut it down until like the end of December as far as travel ban, or has he already done that?
I think he's already done it. Let me make sure, but y'all continue.
Yeah. So, and my thing is, and why? Eventually, we're gonna have our first case of it here, and then eventually, what's gonna happen is they're gonna end up pushing another particular booster shot.
A booster shot on you. Yeah.
So,
go ahead, Steve.
okay. So, what I'm just doing a scanning right now. It's got South Africa, Botswana, Belgium, Canada, Australia, the Netherlands, Denmark, UK, Germany, Israel, Italy, and the Czech Republic and Hong Kong have all reported that the variant has shown up. So it's at Canada.
Well, if it's in Canada, it's here.
Yeah.
if it's in Canada, it's here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
No.
It's just a matter of time, and then they're gonna start pushing the narrative of another particular booster shot.
Another particular booster. So this is if mark our words, you will be getting another booster shot almost every year. This is going to be like a flu shot from now on.
Yeah, it's going to be a flu, and the American taxpayer is going to have to pay for it like we do our regular flu shots.
Mm-hmm. That's what this is going to be. This is going to be a flu shot for us every year that we got to get. Yeah, and they setting the stage for it. That's all. Yeah. What you got, Steve? What you read?
I was just looking at the travel ban and see if it's already has started. But there's a number of countries: South Africa, European Union, Japan, Australia, United States, Canada, Rwanda, and many others are banning travelers from countries including South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia. I can't remember. So I can't say some of these names. Lesotho, Eswatini, and Mozambique and Malawi. So yeah, there's a lot that's about to happen here, folks. So I'm kind of with you guys. I believe now we're at a cash grab with this thing. I believe that there was something that was very dangerous and killing a lot of our people. Because of the health crisis in this country between the haves and the have-nots. And I believe now we're at a cash grab for the world. And I believe that a lot of these countries and third world countries are really feeling the brunt of it because America, we sucked up a lot of vaccine and didn't use it. In some of these third world countries, were not able to get some of those. Either they couldn't pay for it or it wasn't available. But either way, some of these third world countries now are really suffering because of it. So yeah, I'm kind of with you guys on this one, man. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see. So let's move on to I don't want to kind of go here yet. I kind of want to hold
Brother,
off
we
on
might
it.
be going to it. Whatever you're thinking of, whatever it is, let's hit.
Don't.
So we got the three white men that attacked the black man while jogging
And killed him.
and killed him have been found guilty. Now, this is a crazy country, man. You know, we on one hand we got a white boy protecting an empty lot that nobody asked him to protect with a gun that he wasn't supposed to have in the state he wasn't supposed to be in.
Come on.
Has been found not guilty for killing 2 white men and injuring another white man.
Justifiably so.
And now you have 3 white men who've killed a black man for jogging in the wrong neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Found guilty.
Found
Justifiably so.
and justifiably. Go ahead, James. I want you to go ahead.
Go ahead, because you itching on this one, baby. Go ahead, James.
Well, the 2 cases are completely different, though. The 2 cases are different.
Okay.
I think we've reached when we try to compare the 2, because we can come up with all kinds of scenarios about Kyle Rittenhouse, and we can come up with, if he was black, what would have happened, and all that kind of stuff. But the fact of the matter is, regardless of what his part in it, yes, we know he came there to start trouble, and trouble found him.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that when you look at a video and you see him running, you see him getting hit in the head with a skateboard, you hear people yelling, "Let's get him." He's being hit, and he shoots 2 people, well, 3 people, excuse me. See, this is where, and then you have the guy who lived get on the stand and say, "I pulled my gun on him first."
Mm.
Once he said that, it was over.
It was over.
100% self-defense. It was over with.
Mm-hmm.
In a court of law, regardless of what we think and what we know went down, we're talking about the United States court of law. You couldn't find him guilty after that. There's no way. These 3 guys, come on, man, that was cut and dry. Love dry here. Hold on a second. These 3 guys, I mean, that was, to me, that's cut and dry. I mean, that was 100% lynch mob right there.
But look,
Like,
it wasn't and like you see, here's my thing.
Let him finish.
All right,
go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. Lovejoy wanted to rebut him.
My thing with the 3 rednecks is it wasn't going to happen. The system was so rigged that when the man got shot, they were just going to write it off.
Yeah, they were. They really were.
I'm talking about the U.S. justice system that you had just talked about is the same system that even the prosecutor now is gotten indicted, hadn't she? Because
she
did something stupid. But that trial wasn't going to happen if it wasn't for black folks in the street yelling and screaming. So my problem is not with Kyle Rittenhouse. My problem is with the justice system, because with them rigging the system for themselves, justice was not going to be served.
But it's no different than what took place 50, 60 years ago when a black man would go to court for something minor and he would end up being strung up because he had a jury of his peers that looked nothing like him, and they, So this isn't new. It's not like it's new. They've been rigging it. They've been jerry rigging the system for decades. So what's new in that respect? Right. America is just being America. It's doing what it's always done.
Lovejoy.
So this whole idea of self-defense, it doesn't stand.
Why not?
Now look at the intent of the hold up. According to Black's law, we have to look at intent. Okay, now let's take it back. We could have went with premeditated, aggravated assault, which would carry a number of years. Here's what I mean. You can't claim self-defense when a threat has not been presented within your area. That's the only reason
Yeah.
why we can claim self-defense is
Right.
you are defending yourself in your space.
Right.
That's how the law defines self-defense. You are defending or protecting a particular threat that is against you.
Mm-hmm.
This little Negro got in his mama's car. His mama, which we can then tag co-conspirator to his charges, got in the car, took this well, I ain't gonna call him no Negro, took this boy across state lines with the intent, there we go, with the intent to cause violent harm to other people.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know? Because when he sat there and he saw those black people rioting in the store, what did he say?
He got to do
Which I
something.
have my AR.
The intent. So if that's his mindset, the case should have been based off intent, not even self-defense. And that's one of the things that the judge did not allow the prosecutor to do was present a case with the intent with premeditated, aggravated assault.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even allow those things. Things like that was thrown out, so they did not really have a case.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I would never compare this case with the Three Stooges. I won't. But what I'm saying is, when we started looking at this little young boy case, we already knew that this was fixed. The dude standing behind the judge.
Behind the judge.
Oh, I'm like, dude, what happened to procedures and ethics and protocol and within the
Highlight that.
Right.
So I think, right, Matt, I think the judge
Exactly.
was the bigger problem because a lot of protocol and procedures was broken. It was unethical how things were done. So he knew, the boy knew he was gonna get off. He knew.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
So
Right.
now let me play devil's advocate real quick, because first of all, and you know as well as anybody, it is difficult to prove intent. All right. So if you're gonna say he intended on doing that because he came over state lines, we also know that a lot of the protesters came from out of state to be there to protest. Okay. And we know a lot of those people that were doing the rioting, we know those were not Black Lives Matter protesters. All right. So he comes there to so-called defend property. And like I say, I'm not denying what his intent is. What I'm saying is that in the court of law, to prove his intent, which means you've got to prove what he's thinking, what he premeditated, is difficult. Now, I believe, like you, probably shouldn't have gone for a murder case. Probably should have been aggravated. So, what is it? Aggravated assault that caused a homicide, something, whatever they call it, something along those lines.
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Right. Something like that may have been easier to convict him on than murder.
The murder.
Because with murder, you have to prove that intent. And it's hard to prove that intent when there's a video of this boy being chased and hit with a skateboard and people at him at this point. Regardless of what he did to lead up to that, the fact of the matter is, at that point, he was in a self-defense posture. And that's all they had to go on.
Okay. Who sets, help me out with the legal system here. Who determines what he's being prosecuted for? The terminology.
Prosecutor?
The prosecutor.
The prosecutor. So with
The
that being
prosecutor in
said,
that case was stupid. I mean,
okay,
just-
that's what I'm about to say. Do you think that was the charges that he set for him? He knew that would probably be the outcome.
I don't know if Kyle
prosecutor?
Rittenhouse did. I think his lawyers did.
The
Said-
prosecutor? You saying what you say, Mario? What
I'm
was
saying the charges that they set on him. James, you made the statement that it would have been easier to charge him with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon versus murder.
Right.
You would have more than likely got a okay. So
Because with
now
murder, you got to prove intent, and it's
you
just
got to
murder.
prove intent.
Right.
Exactly.
But thing is, when I turned on the TV and I heard the prosecutor asking this boy about Call of Duty,
That's good, man.
hey, don't you play Call of Duty? Isn't Call of Duty a violent game? Don't you run around shooting people in that game? What the hell are you talking about? When I heard that, I said, okay, that's why are we even going on? Did he have the right to have a gun? Did he have the right to bring? He didn't bring the gun across state lines. He got it from his daddy's house in Kenosha.
Okay, so the gun didn't come across state lines with him.
No.
But it did. That part does not matter because, Mario, and you know this, if the barrel of the gun is longer than a certain length, it is then classified as an assault weapon, which the charges are different when you have an AR that's classified as an AR. Mm-hmm. It was illegal, number one, for him to even have an assault rifle
at the age of 17.
At the age of 17.
Yeah.
Now watch this, James. To your point, people were coming from out of town from different places, but they were there. Watch this, to exercise their constitutional right. That covers the United States as in whole.
No, I'm not talking about the BLM people. I'm talking about the ones who came there to riot and stuff. They weren't they just wanted to tear up stuff.
And that's the tricky part, because they stood on the shoulders of the BLM movement and they placed themselves within that movement. That's why we're starting to look bad, because they tried to hinge themselves on that particular movement and classify it as exercising their Fifth Amendment, right? Yeah, their Fifth Amendment right.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech. But watch this. And this dude, he came, that word is, with the intent. And that was the hardest part to prove, because if the prosecution don't have their stuff laid out, that's why they should have went with that particular charge rather than upscaling it to murder. Here's what I would have done. I would have upscaled it to murder, but I would have presented the assault with a deadly weapon as the secondary charge.
How can you do that when the judge? But how can you do that when the judge already threw out the gun charge?
He threw out the gun charge. That's what Mac just said.
Right. That's what Matt was saying.
You know what I'm saying? The judge threw out the gun charge. So it's like, the judge, like was said, man, the judge was the biggest problem.
Judge was the biggest problem.
Judge was the biggest problem and an incompetent prosecutor.
When he said that you could not use the word victim, but use, what was it, rioters and protesters. He was changing the narrative then,
right?
When it first started. So we knew how this was going to go straight off the bat.
You just said that 3 people that's been shot can't be called victims. Like,
so like, you see that picture he was trying to place in that head to give the defense lawyers leverage?
Oh, plenty of leverage.
The defense lawyers didn't have to do a whole lot, honestly. They didn't have to do a whole lot at all.
The judge did all the heavy lifting.
And the judge phone goes off and it's playing this Trump music, and I'm proud to be an American. I know I'm free. His phone goes off in the middle of proceedings, playing this foolishness. And so we knew then, was like, oh shit, oh hell, well, he playing this. We already know who team he's on. Then the Pillar Man donates $1 million to this dude's defense fund. We knew where this was going, fellas.
Who did?
The Pillow guy.
The Pillar Man.
My Pillow.
My Pillow.
Yeah.
So, but and I agree. This is apple and oranges as compared to Ahmaud. This is apple and oranges. We can't even.
See, with Kyle Rittenhouse, man, I was just like, listen, these white folks got to deal with their white on white crime. We ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm gonna let y'all have that. Y'all deal with that.
That was none of my business. I ain't got
right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all deal with that, man. I was paying attention to Ahmaud Arbery because he had 11 white folks on the jury.
Come on, so one black person.
Right. So I'm like, man, how is this gonna turn out?
Right.
That's what I was looking at. Like,
so let me ask this. So They have all been found guilty. Now they have to issue what is it?
Sentencing.
Sentencing.
Mhm.
What do we think that's going to be? That's where we really should be.
That's probably gonna vary. I don't think you can give the two guys who actually did not pull the trigger the same amount as the son. I don't think you can do that.
Right.
So the son will get the most, I'm sure. And then the daddy and the guy who videotaped it, he'll get time just for being stupid.
Right.
So
did you see that dude's lawyer though? That dude was the man's lawyer was a straight goober.
He was.
He was a straight
was a
goober,
Matlock.
man. Dude, I mean, did you see him on Cuomo? On watch, man, just go watch him with Cuomo a couple times, man. The dude's a goober. But anyway, go ahead, James Fred.
I was gonna say too, with that case, that particular case, did you see the strategy of the prosecutor team? They were painting a picture of hatred.
Yes.
And they did it. They were strategic. Let me see the Confederate flag on the front of the truck. They wanted to play out this whole hatred thing and the reason. And then what helped them out was the owner of the house.
Right.
He helped the prosecutor's case. So when he said what he said, I was like, okay.
And the police, because their whole thing was, we chased him because there was a string of break-ins. The police chief got up there and said, there wasn't no string, no break-ins. I don't know what they're talking about.
Right. Right.
There wasn't no string, no break-ins nowhere around there.
But y'all know, white folks normally protect each other,
right,
and stuff like that.
See, but
listen, because it took so, I think it would have went different had they immediately been arrested. Yeah. But because it took so long and it looked like things were being hidden, I think the police, the mayor, and all that didn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
and was like, listen, we gonna pull ourselves away from this. Wasn't no break-ins. That dude wasn't doing nothing. Y'all jacked up. we don't want to be Kenosha. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to have these folk come take over police station now. We ain't with all that. So now y'all got to go up the river, Billy Joe, and take this prosecutor with you. Take her with you. She got to go too.
Yeah, that was crazy with her long toenails and
those are racist tropes, though. We already knew what that was.
The long, dirty toenails.
Long, dirty toenails, and what they got to do with the price of change?
When they went to trying to bring up his past or whatever stuff he had to, listen, I could care less if the dude was the leader of Al Qaeda. It don't matter. You didn't know that when you killed him.
Right.
So this is what bothers me when they start doing that. If he murdered 15, like the dude that Kyle Rittenhouse killed, one of them, come to find out he was a pedophile, had been in jail for molesting kids before.
Right.
So everybody started bringing that up. And I'm like, Kyle didn't know that when he shot him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like Kyle said, oh, yeah, I know he's a pedophile. He didn't know that.
Right.
Bringing up the man's past, what? It don't matter. And this is the point I'm trying to bring up to these conservatives. If that's the case, if that's how y'all want to render out justice, you need to get ready for somebody to pull up at your house. What kind of shady stuff you done to folks?
Right.
If this is how we supposed to be rendering out justice.
Yeah. That's true, man. That's true, Carlton, man, too.
Carlton, right? Because y'all, when you asked about the sentencing, everything that they've been charged to comes with life. Everything they charge guilty with comes with life, but it's going to be with or without parole, with a chance of parole.
And that'll be the difference.
That's going to be the difference.
The son ain't getting out.
Yeah, the son ain't. He gonna see
the other two will serve a certain amount of time and be eligible for parole. And
the son's defense was funny.
Don't move too fast.
The son's defense was funny to me.
He said, "Don't move too fast."
Steve, I'm chasing you with a gun. I'm chasing you with a gun, and you running. Then you get cornered, and you turn around and try to take the gun from me, and you get shot. But I'm claiming self-defense because, even though I was chasing him with a gun, he tried to take the gun from me.
He tried to take it from me. You hadn't been chasing him with a gun. It
was at that time he said, if I go down, I'm gonna go down trying to fight.
Trying to fight. He knew he was gonna go down. Well, let me go down fighting. I ain't gonna say that.
And I'm
I
like,
didn't just
that's your self-defense case.
Yeah, he was jacking himself up on that stand. He shouldn't have done that.
just let
He
him
shouldn't
talk.
have done that at all,
And I'm like, right, I'm thinking to myself, like, you killing yourself, man.
bruh.
Like, you killing yourself up here.
They don't think
What
so.
the fuck?
They don't think
Right.
It's the caucasity. It's the caucasity for me.
so. That's exactly what it is. But
It is like
would
you
not-
like. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Lil George.
I would not become too excited yet, because immediately after the guilty, they already had motions of discovery already to appeal.
Right.
That's standard, though. You know they
That's
got to do that.
But now that's to my point, James. That's standard. So the Supreme Court, appellate court, is going to get this and look at it. Now watch this.
They're not gonna touch it.
I don't know, because what they did was they read the playbook of the prosecutor.
Mhm.
So now they're going to try to suppress certain things with the appeal court. And I wonder if the appeal court is going to even give it the attention, because it was 3 white men. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm not getting too happy about this yet.
Well, isn't the, and I don't know. I don't know if they want that kind of smoke in Georgia, though. I don't know if they want to do that. I don't know if they want to touch this case and make it like that. Now, of course, there's always a chance that they may not get the life sentence. There's always a chance of that, but I don't think there's going to be anything like. I don't think you got what's them boys, the NFAC boys, and all them in Georgia. I don't think they want them cats.
Are they still doing anything?
Man,
Yeah,
they
I
just
I
out
thought
there
I heard
doing
that the leader got arrested for something.
That's what
He
I
did.
last
it.
time
Oh,
I
he
heard.
did. He
He
did.
did.
Yeah,
Did he beat
did.
it? Did he get off?
Yeah, he's out of that.
Yeah,
He
he's
got
out
out
of
of
it.
the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know if they want them boys pulling up, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Georgia want that kind of smoke.
They were
They
just out
may
for the
just
week.
leave this case alone and let these 3 rednecks go and you know what I'm saying, and because that was it, I don't think this is the case that they would cause some problems with in the
That they
Supreme.
want to die on a hill for.
Yeah, I don't think this is that. Now,
Yeah.
Y'all know what gets me though? Y'all know what gets me?
What's that?
This what gets me. And I've
That's
been
the white audacity, Edwina.
Right. Caucasity.
Caucasity.
Caucasity of it all.
yeah. What gets me, guys, is although we are the one who are victimized, it is always turned to where they want to smear our character.
Of course.
Always going into our past, grudging up some stuff like, well, if you wasn't this type of person, this would not have happened to you.
Right.
Right.
That is, to me, that is the quote unquote caucasity of the Caucasoid animal.
Right.
Ooh.
But let me
It's just a
tell you.
way. It's a way of thinking, guys, and it just
Right.
bothers me. That watch this. I'm about to be placed on a particular program, and because something in my past is still there, I have to walk around with a briefcase showing the disposition of a case or something that I did not do. Because it's going to come up if I try to elevate or move to another position. And isn't it funny that if you got something in your past where you did something that was wrong, they are always able to go pull that to use against you.
yep.
So
That's
let
the
me-
only part that bothers me.
I got a couple things I want to say to that. There's a couple things I want to say. I sent you guys a video, a TikTok the other day. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, but they let me go back to what you just said. The victimization of black people frees, or the victimization of the victim, I should say, frees them to have an okay with what just happened.
Right.
as a people.
The
That's
justification of
right.
The justification of just because this person died, well, they was this way, so it's okay for them to die. And I had a conversation with a black person about this, and it unsettled me. Is because just because a brother has his pants down and he's looking this, he's looking like a youth of today, and he has his music up loud, does that mean he has to go to jail? Does that mean he have to be shot? Does that mean he have to be killed because he looks a certain kind of way?
Well,
And so for me, you're giving the white people give them Caucasians give themselves passes to victimize the victim, to make them feel better because any kind of Negro is a good dead Negro because he did such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about was, and I love this conversation, is that I was watching CNN, right? And where was this quote that Carlton Max said about the good white people?
You said it on this thread?
Yeah, he said it on the thread. Oh, here we go. He said, "I thank God for them white people doing the right, doing what was right." Now check this out. CNN immediately, check this out. CNN immediately, once the guilty verdicts came out, the pats on the back for the white folks came out.
Yep.
I'm talking about immediately. You know what I'm saying? And and they were congratulating the white folks for doing the right thing. That should, first of all, you shouldn't have to congratulate people for doing the right thing, no matter what color they are. If you're doing what's right, it should be right. Now, it's
that
a shame
speaks volumes as to who you are as a person, as a people.
Right. It's a shame that first of all, the jurors were made up of all 11 white people and one black person in a predominantly black system or where people live. But for me to say that, thank God for white people doing the right thing, that's jacked up. Go ahead.
They know what they're capable of.
Exactly. Think about what we witnessed earlier. We were all on the edge of our seats, waiting to see if Derek Chauvin was going to be found guilty of killing George Floyd. After watching a 9-minute video of this man killing George Floyd, we were all sitting on the edge of our seats wondering what was going to happen. Bruh, when you have to do that after seeing a video of a person being killed, you know what kind of stuff we going through, man.
Proof.
It's a 9-minute video of him on the man's neck.
Yeah.
And we were sitting here by the boy just hanging on. Man, I wonder if they're gonna find this dude. Man, what's gonna happen? I wonder, that's crazy to me. And then when the sentencing happening, we sitting on the edge of our seats again, trying to see, is he gonna get 2 years for this and 5 years of probation, or they're gonna give him some time? But I mean, dude, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. But I just seen brothers go to jail for slapping somebody, and they find him guilty real quick and give him 10 years. So we understand. Anybody who denies that, man, to me, listen, y'all know me. I'm a realist. I am not totally on one side or the other. I can play both sides of this thing. But to deny that there's a discrepancy in the justice system when it comes to black and white people, to me, is just stupid. If you can't see it, then you just simply haven't been paying attention. I mean, it's just bottom line. The rules are different. Lovejoy, like you said, they keep changing the rules.
Yeah, but and the thing is, guys, when you've done wrong for centuries. Notice I ain't said 400 years. I used the word centuries.
Right.
And when you have systematically created a system to work in your favor, when it's anything outside of the norm, you get patted on the back like, whoa, you really did that. Because they've done wrong for so many years. That's why we sit on the edge of our seat wondering if a person's going to be found guilty of murder when we seen it with our own
Yeah,
eyes. But they tell us what you see ain't really what you saw.
What you
He
saw.
wasn't on his neck. He was on his back.
Yeah.
The
And y'all remember that was one of the arguments at one point. Or they said because he had, watch this, he had drugs in his system.
Yeah, what they got
And
to
I
do
said
with
he had drugs in his system the day before that. He was still living. Probably did more drugs the week before that. Ain't nobody said George Floyd wasn't higher than Cooter Brown.
All right.
We said that. We said that he was higher than Cooter Brown every other day, but was still living. He didn't die until he encountered Derek Chauvin.
Hey, but watch this. Do y'all remember this dude that they used to call the Juice?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he got off on their system.
Oh, they was pissed.
And they vowed
That
We
would
gonna
not
get
happen.
this.
Again. You are 100% correct, Lovejoy.
you cannot use our system for
Against
you.
them.
And
Right.
then guess what? On top of all of that, you killed a white woman,
Oh, a blonde white woman.
a
man,
blonde white
Black,
woman.
classic white woman.
I ain't gonna let you do that to OJ. OJ didn't do nothing.
Okay. If it don't fit, you must acquit.
You must quit.
Absolutely.
All right, Johnny Cochran.
Now I don't know how much better that glove could have fit, but because it looked pretty fit to me. But I was young then. I didn't see it.
Well, if
Right.
he closed his fingers like he was supposed to and stuck them on in, it would have went on. I'm just saying. You can't put a glove on with your hand like this.
And guess what? OJ messed us up because white folks vow there'll never be another nigga
Like that again.
like that again. We're gonna make sure. So they
And
move
it
the
has not
goalposts
been.
every single time.
So,
Every
so are you saying that some other young brothers may have paid the cost because of OJ's sins?
Absolutely. I believe it.
Wait, James, what do you think?
I think he was not guilty and he was innocent. So I don't really believe that because OJ was my guy and y'all not gonna put murder on my dude like that.
Yeah, he jumped over those bags in the airport to get to that Hertz rental car.
They proved that. They proved that just here recently. Now watch this. They just proved that just here recently.
Prove
You know,
what?
this black man who created a TV show that depict black people that could be middle class people, and that all of us were thugs and all those things, and they call him Dr. Cleef. What's his name? Heathcliff Huxtable.
Huxtable.
And he decided he was going to make some noise by buying NBC. Had the money, had the liquid, all that. They said, "Oh, we're gonna make an example out of him." See, now you're getting too big for your britches, nigga. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna trump up some charges and go all the way back 27 years, and we're gonna make a
more than
No,
that.
sir.
Okay. Now, I'm just talking.
You're right.
I'm just saying. So, OJ, we're gonna show you that you don't get away with stuff. If we have to get one of your famous niggers who got some money, we're gonna show you, although you got millions and possibly billions, you still a nigger here. And don't get it twisted, because we're gonna make you pay for it. Now watch this. Bill Cosby got off. I guarantee you, let another major celebrity come over.
R. Kelly?
He won't.
Oh, I think we done gave up on R. Kelly. R. Kelly.
We didn't gave okay. We didn't
So
gave up on
and here's another one. Byron Allen. Corners he
man.
wanted
They trying to block him from doing
from doing
everything.
anything. Now he got the money to do it,
to do it
and they blocking him at every turn.
Yeah, man.
every time. They are.
Yeah.
So this TikTok that I sent the guys was I'll see if I can find it and maybe share it on the page. But it was mostly saying what we're saying tonight is basically if you come out of your place in America, you're going to suffer as a black person. But if you make money and you know your place as you're making your money, as you get richer and you stay in your place, you okay.
Don't go
So
against us.
hold
Don't go
on. I
against
want
us.
people to understand what you just said. Because some black people have this thing of, well, black people got money, so there's no racism. See, they think it's still about money. They'll let you get all the money you can get.
Right.
Just keep your mouth shut, nigga.
Right.
Go make your money and go sit down somewhere and shut up.
Can I
Take
tell
care of
y'all? Can I tell y'all something? One of my white mentors told me,
Please.
and he has millions. He has 1,500 acres where his house sits in the middle. And I won't say anything else because y'all know what I'm talking about.
Facts,
But he
Michelle.
told me this. He told me this. White people are not after money, and they don't care that you have money. The thing that white people are after is
Say it.
power.
Power.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Because
Okay, wait.
they
No,
ask
no,
for
no,
power.
no further. Repeat that one more time, please.
They don't care. White people in the white community don't care anything about black people having money. Because to Steve's point, we are tragic consumers, and we're not going to do anything of influence with our money.
With our money.
He says the thing that we want is power. For whoever has the power has the ability to influence.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the definition of wealth? Those who have resources and the ability to influence.
Influence. Yes, sir.
That's why
That's
there's no
You said
wealthy
something.
black people.
There's no
LeBoy,
what?
please explain to these jokers that just because Barack Obama was president, that does not mean he had power. Please explain that. They don't understand what power is.
He was just
They
a
don't get-
smooth walking dude that they put up. And know this, that there were some people behind the scene who had the power to influence policy. Barack Hussein Obama did not control nothing. So for those of you that got mad with him and thought he's supposed to attach himself to the black agenda, you were just as foolish as he was. I rest my case.
Okay, so that means the current sitting president or even President Trump had no real power, but he had the ear of the people who did have
Trump
the power.
has always had influence, though.
President Trump went against the elite system. That's why the elite had a problem with him, because he was gathering his base. It was in the people that Trump ain't no fool. He was finding his niche with the people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get the people on your side and their voice become loud and together, you can overthrow this elite system that we had.
Like
That's
them folks
what
in
they had a
Florida.
problem with Trump. He was not subscribing to what everybody else said. He was doing his own thing. He did not sound presidential. He wasn't following none of y'all rules. He didn't show up at the inaugural of Joe Biden. He was not playing by their rules. You couldn't control him. And that's what they were scared of.
Yep.
Look at that right there. Y'all coming through with it, Edwin and Carlton, but y'all,
Yeah, sure are.
y'all are of one mind, one sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously,
yeah.
guys. So just because a black person got some money around here
Means nothing.
means
And it
nothing.
amazes me that you have black people that feel like racism doesn't exist because there's rich black folks. And it's like, what are you talking about? You really think they care about your money? You really think that you really think Tyler Perry is a threat to them? That's what you think, because he's a billionaire. Let Tyler Perry start opening his mouth too much.
Okay. Y'all know this. You three guys know this, that I'm trying to acquire some property. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Isn't it sad that I cannot be the person who presents a proposal, even though I have the resources, the liquid assets, and all of those things to
You
back?
better not show your face in there.
You better not show your face.
Somebody better
You
buy
better
it.
you better get the pretty white boy who has
Right.
suit to the side,
Right.
who wears the $1,000 suit, who wears the $1,200 shoes to go into a black community
Come
in
on.
order to present a case for me because of the color of my skin.
Because Lovejoy, so you gonna go in there, man, and bumping Jeezy and with your hat turned to the back and all that kind of stuff. See, you gonna go in there all trapped out. Right. Like that. But Jeezy bumping in the background, man. And see, no, they no. You gotta send William in there.
William,
Trent. You got some Trent.
Yeah, Trent Botiford the third in there to get your
That's right.
stuff, man.
Oh,
So
boy.
it doesn't matter, guys, and I'm serious. On this scene, at certain level, all you are is a Negro with some money.
That's
Yep.
it.
Like Steve said, stay in your place and we'll let you keep your money. Don't
Right.
you open your mouth and don't you start trying to become an investor into the black agenda or their cause, or we'll make you pay for it. What we would do, we would start throwing IRS stuff at you and go start looking at your books and find discrepancies
Right.
in what you're doing. So be
Right.
careful. Keep your mouth closed, black dude.
And we gonna pull up that dime bag of weed you sold to somebody when you was in the 7th grade.
Now check this out. Y'all see how fast and they said they even turned on Beyonce. Y'all remember Beyonce at the halftime football thing? She was doing her whole that whole black thing. They turned on her. You see how fast she turned back around?
Right.
You ain't heard now hide a hair from Beyonce doing anything about Black Power.
Well, she still did it. It just wasn't as blatant.
She got
It just
quiet.
wasn't as blatant as it was. That
Right.
whole Coachella show was a nod to the whole HBCU experience.
She better
Black
not get out on
education.
no Super Bowl field again. All these hefty American good old boys watching that game doing that stuff. What's wrong with that girl?
Mm.
And it didn't help that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan says you don't have to protect her. She won
You don't have to what?
Right.
What he said?
That didn't help.
You don't have to protect her. We got her.
We
You
got
got her. You will
Probably mess
not
with it if
do
you want
anything
to.
to her.
And
My
the nation
thing
was
is-
ready to go.
Who?
The Nation of Islam was ready
Oh, no doubt.
to go. But then now that's another kind of tension that she don't want. So she did back off. She's like, whoa, I don't know if I really want this kind of smoke. And they billionaires, guys.
Yeah.
She had the wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, when her Tiggle Bitty came out with what's the boy Justin Timberlake.
Justin
And
Timberlake.
it's funny
She,
that they
and
blame
she
her.
caught the smoke from that.
And she caught
She
the
caught the
smoke,
smoke from
right?
She caught the smoke. Nothing happened to him. Nothing was said about him.
Yeah. So that's just, it's our system. And to circle it back to everything,
Yep.
them white guys, the Three Stooges, thought they were going to get off. They really did.
They almost
They had
did.
one case going over there, and they was like, oh, that little boy got off. Guess what's going to happen? We going to get out too, because we are the face of America. White older men is still the face of America.
The problem was, like I said, because it took them so long to even be arrested. Them folks over there didn't want that smoke, man. That's why you had the police department get up there and say, listen, I don't know what these guys talking about. There was no string of break-ins. I don't know what the man talking about. We ain't doing none of that. Then you had the house owner come on there talking about, he got a bunch of people on camera coming through there looking at stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So yeah, they separated themselves from them boys real quick, and they let them boys bury themselves.
It sure
And
did.
Yep.
and just going about it. That's why I think they're gonna get a lot of time because everybody's just gonna pull away from this. They're not going to use that case as a case to really push their agenda. Kyle Rittenhouse, like I say, that's white folk problem. I don't even think black people need to be talking about Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh yeah, ain't got nothing to do with that.
We ain't got nothing to do with that situation over there.
That's white on white crime.
When it comes to black folks, man, we just got to keep our head on a swivel at all times.
And I think the Kyle Rittenhouse narrative doesn't help protest. B, it encourages, to me, and this is me, this is my concern with it, is that it encourages these little white boys to go out and shoot people and claim self-defense. Mm-hmm. That's my concern about what is telling America that it's okay.
Well, Steve,
you can get off.
Steve,
wait.
Okay.
That, you know what I'm saying? That, and here's the difference. You know, for me, yeah, Georgia, they tried it, you know what I mean? But it didn't work. And I don't think it cancels it out. I think they're giving these young white boys ammunition to feel that they can go out and kill and shoot people randomly and claim self-defense and get away with it. You don't think so?
Let me tell you something. I bet you Kyle Rittenhouse wouldn't come across that Mason-Dixon line with that crap. I bet you wouldn't have come down to Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana with no AR talking about he finna go protect property. You see where he was at? He was in the right place. Because he'd have come across the South with all that crap. He'd have been met with all kinds of ARs and AKs and HKs.
We got them too down here, huh? We got them too. But you know what? But like we were saying about this next generation, they pride themselves in the whole thing of I'm not my ancestors, which is, you know, I don't really like that saying because our ancestors, you know, but
yeah, but they ain't marching, they ain't protesting,
they ain't marching, they not protesting. They finna knock your ass out and call it a day. And here's the example of that. I got a phone call. My son FaceTimed me this morning. He said, "Dad, I got in a fight last night." I said, "What you talking about? Fight?" He held his hand up. His hand was swollen. These two knuckles were swollen. He told me, he said, I was in the club and a white boy called me a nigger and I decked him, laid him out. He's, you know, and I guess then he paused. I said, okay, good. You did what you were supposed to do. What, you was waiting on me to chastise you? You did exactly what you were supposed to do. He called you a nigga. You laid his ass out.
And the boy better be lucky because some other child might have shot the hell out of him for calling him a nigga. I mean, I'm just saying, man, these boys carrying pistols. These some of the shootingest Negroes. I've seen them, they shooting in houses and cars. They don't care who they kill. They kill the children and everything. They don't care.
Hey, but the opposite is true too, though, Mario. The opposite is true too.
What's that?
The old white system is teaching the young white system that this belongs to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at Rittenhouse. Let's look at the boy.
That's what it is.
The black church and kill those many black people. Mm-hmm. And he got a chance to stop by Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you telling? What are you telling this generation? What are you telling them? So they're teaching their kids too. This is your system. Don't let this die. We'll get you off. So you're still perpetuating this entitlement system, and they feel like that they can be in the club and call your son a nigga because ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
And you know what? That's what he said to him. He called him a nigga. My son looked at him. He said, "What? You ain't gonna do nothing." Put him to sleep.
And that's that. And I think it eventually balance out. But this generation now, us, them cats ain't having it. It's almost like it's a reflex. You say something wrong, okay, you're gonna get the business. You play stupid game, you get stupid prizes.
Absolutely.
Man, I think this was an excellent show. I think I'm gonna stop it right there, unless you guys got anything else y'all want to say about the Three Stooges, Mo Curley and Joe. Mo Curley and Joe. Yeah, Larry, yeah. They were goobers, and I think the jury made a right decision. I don't applaud them for making a right decision because it was a right decision to make.
Right.
They should
Right.
have done what was right.
Right.
And so I don't give them pats on the back for that.
Right.
I'm glad they were good people and did the right thing, but I think they did it out of fear, like James and Mario has said. Brunswick did not want that smoke that was going to come to them, because that was going to be a whole bunch of smoke, a whole bunch of smoke.
Brunswick.
I mean, I think you're right. Minnesota would been minuscule to the type of smoke that Brunswick would have got.
Man, wait, man. They was already pissed that there was 11 white jurors. You know what I'm saying? Only one black, and they was already pissed about that. Let they had said not guilty to and charge.
And charge.
And I did think that the jury made a good decision, and they made thoughtful. They just didn't throw the book at the dumb goober that just sat there and recorded the whole thing. So here's the caucasity of that for me, and I'm gonna be done. You are so brazen. You sit there and you record it, but your caucasities in your mind said, "Look, see y'all, we did the right thing. I'm gonna post this on the interwebs, and y'all gonna see that we did the right thing."
The interwebs.
The interwebs.
Interwebs.
That's the caucasity of it all. That you thought
when you
was gonna help you.
When you feel brave enough to post a video and your boy's killing somebody, that's caucasity. Right?
That's the caucasity.
I mean, you talk about white privilege, you got to feel very privileged to even allow a video of you to be posted of you killing somebody.
Right.
What's the difference in what he did than the boy who had his knee on George Floyd's neck? He didn't care. His hand was in his pocket. And okay, so you record me. What? I'm gonna get off. It's the mindset of that guy.
Derek Chauvin didn't even think he was going to be arrested.
He didn't.
No, he did.
In his mind, he literally believes, and that's what's dangerous though, y'all. He believes he didn't do anything wrong. He literally believes by killing somebody, he didn't do anything wrong.
But neither did these three numb nuts.
Yeah,
they didn't think they didn't think killing this black man who was jogging they did anything wrong. They were brazen enough to put it on the internet to release it.
Yeah, but see, they victims of incest though, so I give them a pass for something like this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro.
Yeah,
You
like
said
they
inbreeding. They've been in. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's. I mean, if you look at them, man, and listen to them, you can tell something going on with them boys, man. Something going on with them boys. Derek Chauvin was an actual police officer out here with your knee in somebody's neck, and you in your mind really believe that that was okay. And to this day, you believe that that was okay. That he might die, but you know, whatever. It is what it is.
He was high.
Right.
He has a past.
Yeah. So
right, Jim, that makes you wonder how many folks been killed. But you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I thought about this, James. Mario, I thought about this.
What, bro?
That little cat, Rittenhouse, had been down here in Alabama doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have been an old white boy with a spitball in the back of his pocket with some Copenhagen in his mouth. You feel fog and flavor? Jump on over here. Hey, Rufus, we got a little some bitch over here think he bad. Let's go and show this some bitch who we really are down in. Boy, I tell you what, you gonna get your ass.
Boy, I tell you what. I tell you what.
You ain't gonna back up there where you come from, boy. We don't play that shit around here now.
We don't play that down here, boy. Nah,
as soon as one black person would have seen him walking down the street with that AR, they'd have put that call out. Hootie hoo!
Man, you got a
and every nigga in the hood would have ran out with a gun.
We getting that. We finna get that gun.
Where you at? What's going on?
Boy, I think he finna walk down the street with a gun. Boy, we finna get that, boy.
Like I said, he was in Kenosha. He was in the right spot.
He's in the right place.
Yeah.
Put that old some bitch down here and tell him come try that shit down here. Tell him come on down. We got something for him.
I'll tell you what.
What?
All right, guys. You've been watching the Four Black Guys show. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I think we've said all that could be said tonight, man. We thank y'all for watching. Put your fours up. Once again, hit like, hit share. If you are on YouTube, we want you to please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we are on live. I gotta do like Tony. I gotta pack them in.
Pack a Newport, baby. Pack a Newport.
We out.